Hey, yeah, July's been pretty busy. Um, so I haven't been able to do separate videos for a lot of these pickups that I've gotten. Not that they're really big or anything, um, but with everything that's been going on, I just haven't had the time. I just finished a Japanese independent film festival on the weekend, which ended on Sunday, and I've been working that, and that's been taking up a ton of my time. I've been doing the website for the film festival and then working the festival and stuff like that, including doing some chauffeur stuff and such. But these are some small little pickups that I just wanted to add to the video for July. And I thought I'd give a little change of scenery here since I already had the camera set up for it from a previous one. I think I was talking about 6th edition. This first pickup, I went to a Walmart. I was looking for some DVDs. I noticed they had a summer sale, and I had picked up some Disney animated Disney cartoon box sets that they had there. And I was missing, well, missing a couple, but I was pretty sure I'd be able to find one more at least. And so when I went there, I managed to pick up, not that this has anything to do with gaming whatsoever, Disney's DuckTales Volume 1. It was quite surprising because it was listed at $15, which alone is a good buy. But when I got to the cashier, it rang in at 10, so that was an added bonus. But with it, I decided to pick up, because I needed a movie and I still haven't even opened it because I've been so busy. In the Name of the King 2, the sequel to In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege tale from Uwe Boll, master of ruining all our arcade video games and such movie adaptations. Now, this is a sequel to the first one, which was very, very, very loosely based on the Dungeon Siege video games, in the sense that I think it was a fantasy movie, and that was pretty much the only thing that was similar. I could be wrong. I'd have to literally go through them and compare them side by side, because A, it's been forever for Dungeon Siege, and B, it's been a while since I actually watched the first film. But this is a sequel to that, so it's semi video game related in the sense that it's the sequel to a video game property made into a movie series thing. But either way, I got it for $5, so, and it has Dolph Lundgren, and Dolph Lundgren, like, he kicks arse. So, then was it last week? I think it was last week. I made it into a Salvation Army, and I was looking through there, through their DVDs and books and CDs and such. Where you find video games, right? And I came across Short Circuit for $3 on DVD. Now I now have both the movies on DVD, but that's not gaming related. So why did I bring that up? Because I also managed to find Outlaw Golf for the Nintendo GameCube, and it was also $3, and it's it's complete. Now they had some hockey games there as well, for $2.99, and I thought about picking them up, but really, I generally don't want to pay more than $2 for a hockey or one of the regular sports titles, and yeah, I didn't even know if I had them. That's the problem with those games. They all look alike, so without having a list, it's hard to find out just off the top of your head whether you have one or not. So, now they did have a Metroid Prime, which I wanted, but it was just the case. So there was no game in it. I'm tempted to go back and see if I can offer them like 50 cents for the case, but I don't know, it seems like a lot of time spent to just go out of your way and to get that. But this next pickup, I'm going to have to... Let me clear some space here, and then I will bring it over. So it's quite large. So hold your horses, I'll be right back. Okay, how are your horses doing? Did you get the joke? Come on. Okay. This is a little heavy. It's big. But here it is. Box of diapers. Or a box that was for diapers. But is full of white dwarfs. In fact, there's 2 boxes, but the other box isn't full of diapers. Let me get this off here. Get back on camera. Anyway, so yeah, whole bunch of white dwarfs. They're all in pretty decent condition. Some of them are a little bit worse for wear. Now, some of these I have. I'm not gonna lie. I think I started getting them around here, 'cause this is kind of where like 3rd edition orcs were coming in. Yeah, the Armageddon Wars, I think it was. So some of these I have. I know I have, you know, like I know I have this. This is when War Master came out. I probably have this. But, you know, I may have all of these books. But the fact of the matter is, I bought 100 of them, or roughly 100 issues off of them, and it only cost me $25. So it's about a quarter an issue. And as we all know, even if you go back to these ones, the early ones, this one has a price on it of £3.50. So yeah. These are the UK releases. For those of you who don't know, the North American White Dwarf and the UK White Dwarf are similar, but there are differences. The main ones being in the back where they were showcasing minis and stuff you could buy. Prices here are in pounds, whereas in the North American one they're in US dollars. I could be wrong. The Canadian one might be in Canadian dollars. Probably not. Does that make sense? Why would they print one for Canada? I mean, there's only a couple hundred or so. Plus we read the damn things. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. I wonder if they're all... Yeah, see here? This one lists the price as $9 US, $10 Canadian. So, does it have anything for sale on the back? Probably by this point they've actually gotten... Ooh, this is recent. Oh, this is January 2011. Okay, so that's awesome. I know I don't. I know I don't have this. Now he does. I'm not gonna show you, but he has the sticker for his address. So he obviously was getting them mailed to him. I'm gonna have to see if I can get that off because I really don't like them on there. Yeah, if any of you have an idea of how to get these off, because I'd assume by this point it's kind of stuck on there pretty well. Would Goo Gone work? Alcohol? Yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know, because I'll probably have to yeah, work on that. I'm actually looking forward to going through these. Finding out which ones I have already and comparing the two, North American versus the English, and seeing what differences there are there. If it's just the pricing, or if they've actually done, you know, a few separate articles here and there, just to match up with theirs. Because I'm not sure if you guys in the UK got much of the Games Day coverage from North America at all, because we obviously, if you know, we have different Games Days in different parts of the world. So yeah, it would be interesting to check that out and see what the differences are. So that, I might find some more stuff in July. I don't know, but in all likelihood, I'm tapped out. I got work to do. I should get doing it. Until next time. This is Rob from Dakka 101. Okay, I've been going through these white dwarfs, and this is pretty crazy. I didn't even realize this was happening. He's given a lot of the inserts, including the trolls. There was something else in here that I didn't know, with a white dwarf supplement. There are Canadian white dwarfs. I have number 1 in here. So I've got North American release, which has US and Canadian prices, Canadian releases, which has only Canadian, and UK releases, which has only British pounds in them. And to top it all, I mean, there's still, this isn't even all of them. Like, look at all that, a stack of them here. Look at all that. This is about 3/4, maybe half to 3/4. I don't know. But to top it all off, he had at least one of the issues that I was planning on buying by itself, which is this one, the Dreadfleet. Gotta cover up his address here. Dreadfleet issues, because I just wanted to check it out and see what they had to say about the game, because I bought it and such like that. So this alone, I mean, would have been $10 Canadian, and that's if I could get it at the price that it was released at. So $25, I've basically, since I was buying this anyways, take that issue out, I paid $15 for everything. So yeah, but I have other stuff to show you which is not White Dwarf related, so I'm gonna have to clear this. I don't even know where I'm gonna put all of these. Obviously it's gonna go somewhere. Shiznat. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to move these off the table here, not only because I do want to get some work done this weekend, but because, yeah, I've got other stuff to show you. So hold on one second and I will be right back. Of course, while I'm going through these things, I found another one of the issues that I was planning on trying to find or track down, and that's the Skaven issue, which is 372, January of 2011. Simply because the Skaven are basically, they're the fantasy army that I will eventually build first. Why do I always pick the guys with so many minis? Like, I'm doing orcs for 40k, and then I've got Skaven. I've got a lot of Skaven already, so that's why I'm thinking Skaven, but there's so many rats to paint. Anyways, while I'm clearing this off, just hold your horses. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, now that everything's cleared off here, got some room to work with. Let's throw some light here. What I'm going to show you, I got these. I was in a Dollarama not too long ago, and noticed they had basically got some new stock in their DVDs and such, and so I was going through it, and they had a lot of kind of obscure cartoons. I think some of them may be Canadian in origin, I don't know, but I picked up 2 DVDs for Magi Nation, which is also a card game, and this is, you know, all the cartoons these days are similar to Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, Card Captors, all that kind of stuff. They're all instead of the 80s selling toys, they're selling CCGs. But these are the only 2 DVDs that have ever been released for this series, and I got them for $2 each. Now, if you don't know the cartoon at all, it's not as good as Yu-Gi-Oh! In terms of quality. I'd say it's probably on par with Pokemon. Better animation, with slightly worse stories, but well above Redakai. If you're a fan of Redakai and you've not seen the Magi Nation stuff, check it out. Highly recommended in that case. If you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! But not Pokemon, and it's only because of the subject matter, because Pokemon seems to be geared towards a younger audience, and the art style is it's a little old-fashioned. So if you're not into that for Pokemon for those reasons, then Magi Nation might also be for you, simply because it's decent looking. I mean, here, just take a look at the back. Like, that's the kind of stuff you're getting, except for cartoon version. So yeah, I picked those up. Now, today, while I was at the comic store, and I didn't even know this was a release, this isn't really a great buy in terms of price. It's a great buy simply for what it is, and that is, now this was a movie that was released, I think it premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. It's a documentary. It's called Comic-Con Episode 4: A Fan's Hope. I've heard a lot of good things. I haven't seen it yet, but I did pick it up. But that's not why I'm showing it to you. As geeky and nerdy as you may be, the reason why I'm showing it to you is because this is an exclusive copy of it that comes with 4 HeroClix minis. And what makes these HeroClix so awesome is they're the real people. We've got Stan Lee. We've got Morgan Spurlock, which I believe is the director. Yeah, he's the director. We've got Joss Whedon. You all know him. You know, the Firefly, Angel, Buffy guy. And then, last but not least, is Harry Knowles, which he's a blogger. He has Rotten Tomatoes